My Lord Adam was made from the dust of the ground, and I was made from and for Adam, which makes me a black woman.
The Bible says I'm ruddy. This is ruddy. This is not ruddy. The ruddy must have dark skin. Y'all say black people come from my son Ham, who's black. How would I, his father Noah, then be a white man? Right, Dad, but black people in America don't even come from Ham. They come from me, Shem, his brother, which also proves I'm not a white man.
To clear any confusion, Ham is black, but he fathered Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, Canaanites, not the blacks in America.
That's exactly right, brother. And just like Solomon said he was black, so am I. Read Jeremiah 8:21. Those are my words.
I'm from Germany, nation of Esau. We used war, propaganda, and false science to bury the truth, but they're waking up now. I'm from Spain, nation of Esau. We conquered, forced conversions, and hunted Israelites through the Inquisition, but they're waking up now. I'm from Portugal, nation of Esau. We built the slave ships and sold the Israelites across the seas, but they're waking up now. I'm from Russia, nation of Esau. We ruled with iron, crushed voices, and outlawed the Israelites, but they're waking up now. I'm from Britain, nation of Esau. We colonized nations, stole their wealth, and rewrote their history, but they're waking up now. I'm from Italy, nation of Esau. Through Rome and the Vatican, we twisted scripture and hid the true image of Christ, but they're waking up now. I'm from France, nation of Esau. We banned Israelite teaching here in this country, tried to silence the truth, but they're waking up now. I'm from Australia, nation of Esau. We built colonies on stolen land and tried to erase the tribes of Israel, but they're waking up now. I'm from America, from the nation of Esau. We enslaved the Israelites, chained them, and filled our prisons, but they're waking up now.
You just heard the nations confess it all. They tried to keep Israel asleep, but the truth can't be stopped. We Israel, and we waking up now.
I'm Caucasian, from the nation of Esau. We pushed Eurocentric beauty, told you your hair was wrong, and led feminism that broke your homes. But y'all waking up now.
I'm African, from the Hamite nations. Our kings sold your people to Europeans in the Atlantic slave trade. The records show it, but y'all waking up now.
I am Moab, from China. We run beauty stores, sell you hair, wig, lash. We make money, you hate your own look, but now you're waking up.
I'm Arab, from the nation of Ishmael. Our merchants sold your people for centuries in desert slave trades. History recorded it, but y'all waking up now.
I am Elam, East Indian. We run your corner stores, selling poison food and liquor while watching your daughters suffer. But you are waking up now. I am Moab, from China. You sit here every week, give me money, we talk about you in Chinese. But now you're waking up.
I am Elam, East Indian. We run your smoke shop, selling blunts, vapes, and poison while watching your daughters destroy themselves. But y'all waking up now.
I am Amon, from Japan. I serve you sushi, take your money, smile polite, but look down on you. But now you're waking up.
I'm Caucasian, from the nation of Esau. We set Planned Parenthood in your neighborhood, sold choice to shrink your families and guide your daughters to us. But y'all waking up now.
I'm a daughter of Ham. We mocked your sisters, called them ugly, treated them like nothing. But now, you waking up.
I'm Japanese, from the nation of Ammon. Our women turned kings like Solomon after idols, and we set trends your sisters still chase, but y'all waking up now.
I'm Arab, from the nation of Ishmael. We lured your sisters into Islam and stripped their royalty. But y'all waking up.
All praise to YAHAWAH Hashem.
My name is Jeffrey Nusatelli. I'm a former military police officer with 16 years of active duty service in the U.S. Air Force. I'm here today because the American people have both the right and the responsibility to know the truth about unidentified aerial phenomenon. That truth remains hidden, classified and silenced by fear, retaliation, stigma, and confusion. Today, we are here to help break that silence. Between 2003 and 2005, 5 UAP incidents occurred at Vandenberg Air Force Base, home to the National Missile Defense Project, a top national security priority. At the time, we were conducting launches deemed by the National Reconnaissance Office as the most important in 25 years. These were historic launches. These facilities were vital, and they were repeatedly visited by UAP. Each incident was witnessed by multiple personnel, documented, investigated, and reported up the chain of command, We sent information up, but we got no guidance down on how to handle these events. I personally witnessed one of these events and investigated others as they occurred. 6 other service members have provided me with the information that I will share with you today. The incursions began on October 14th, 2003, when Boeing contractors reported a massive glowing red square silently hovering over 2 missile defense sites. After several minutes, it drifted further east onto the base and vanished over the hills. This event, now known as the Vandenberg Red Square, was referenced by Representative Luna at the first hearing on this topic. Official Air Force records of this event are in possession by Aero and the FBI. Later that night, while I was on duty, security guards at a critical launch site reported a bright, fast-moving object over the ocean. I responded to the incident. Chaos ensued over the radio as the object approached rapidly. I heard my friends screaming, "It's coming right at us, it's coming right for us, and now it's right here." Moments later, I heard them say that it had shot off and was gone. When I arrived on scene, I talked to 5 shaken witnesses who described a massive triangular craft larger than a football field that hovered silently for about 45 seconds over their entry control point before shooting away at impossible speed. About a week later, another patrol reported a light over the ocean behaving erratically. Believing it might be an unannounced aircraft, they declared an emergency, and an armed response force responded. Before the forces could arrive, the object descended and either landed or hovered on our flight line and then took off again at impossible speed. The witnesses to this event were threatened and intimidated afterward. They were told to keep quiet and think about what they were reporting. After that, things did get quiet until about 2005. When another patrol reported a massive triangular craft larger than a C-130 silently floating over the installation. He watched it for a few minutes. It traveled west and disappeared into the night. And then I had my own encounter, again in 2005. I was off duty, sitting in my backyard with 2 other police officers when we noticed what first appeared to be a satellite in orbit, but it wasn't acting like a satellite. The light was strange, it was pulsing, and then it started to maneuver. It dropped in elevation. At times it would vanish from view and reappear in a different location in the sky, and eventually it reappeared 200 feet over my house. It was a 30-foot diameter sphere of light. My friends and I watched it for a moment, and then it gently accelerated and traveled up and disappeared into the stars. These events profoundly changed my life and the lives of my friends. We stand at a pivotal moment in history. The question is no longer whether these events are real, but whether we have the courage to face them. True leadership requires vision, a willingness to confront the unknown with transparency and resolve. So I ask the Congress to help we the people enact this vision. There are 3 goals. Fund independent research and treat UAP study with the same seriousness as we would any other scientific field. 2, end secrecy and overclassification. Transparency is the foundation of truth. Without it, witnesses like us are dismissed. 3, protect the witnesses. Many stay silent out of fear for their careers, reputations, and the safety of their families. Protect them, and you will embolden others to join this cause. These phenomena challenge our deepest assumptions about reality, consciousness, and our place in the universe. Exploring them can unlock transformative breakthroughs in technology, biology, and human understanding. Let this be the moment when America chooses courage over fear, transparency over secrecy, and progress over stagnation. Let's show the world that our nation leads not only through strength, but through fearless pursuit of the truth.
Shalom, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Wakwak, Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the mighty Akim, Wathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. Oh, it's like a shalom to the speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yashrafallah. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, it's going to be about, we are just that much closer to the end, and it's a very, let me actually just get a precept to better illustrate the point. Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Okay, so for us, we're not supposed to be afraid that, there's some UFOs, there's some UAPs, whatever, and all that stuff. I think UAP, I forgot what UAP stands for. What the fuck does that stand for?
The previous affidavits that were allegedly found by Harriet Tubman herself has the
anomalous phenomenon. Okay, so basically the thing about this is that we are supposed to see this. With the thing when these Edomites see it, they're afraid. When these heathens say, they're like, what's going on? Like, I don't know what's going on. This isn't supposed to happen. This is out of the ordinary. This is an anomaly. This is X, Y, and Z, because they don't know the secret. They don't know the mysteries that we are waiting for. They don't know the prophet, the signs of the end that Yahawashi had told us that was going to happen prior to his coming. All right, and on top of that, first let's start with this. So yeah, basically, like we're looking at these things and saying like, call LAWAYA, we're just that much closer to the end. All right, so we want to be able to see these things and have our faith boosted to know that we're just that much closer to the end, and the final prophecies are going to be implemented soon, so that the Lord will in fact deliver us. Like, the delivery of the Israelites is just around the corner. All right, now with that being said, let's also get this exposition out the way first. You had this video where a bunch of this is all AI, by the way. This video was AI, where there was a bunch of people, AI fake people, talking about saying, okay, we're the Israelites, this, that, and the third. The people of the Bible are so-called black people and whatnot. Like, all these things, like, although AI is not real, and this video, like, these people are not real, the fact is that what they're saying is true. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because, this is something that is like, I don't know, it's, to me, all right, speaking as a man, okay, I'll say that it is a very beautiful thing to see, and I think I have a video that I want to share, because when I saw this video, this was like one of the coolest videos I had ever seen. Bear with me 1 moment. Okay, yeah, this was can I show this actually? Am I allowed to show this? Okay, I'm gonna show it. Yeah, I'm gonna show it. Let me download it, and then I will.
Usually, you will find that the parents themselves are not educated. When we go out to enroll the children, oftentimes the parent will make an X, and the person interviewing will have to sign it.
Okay, I got it. Bear with me. Bear with me 1 moment, please. I'm closing this shit.
Trustworthy measures are taken when relying on information discovered on the internet, and this common response is normally not acknowledged as any sort of issue or concern to the public.
Okay, almost done.
It is considered to be more convenient when you are able to type or speak with a smart device to ask it a question, and its answer is usually credited as being persuasively correct.
Okay, let's try this instead. Display capture. Okay, here. And then I'll switch it back.
Retrieved by a quick and easy Google search. Or maybe you're seeking your local 7-day forecast, and Siri conveniently
Hurry! The Israelites are coming. Bow down before they see you.
All right, so yeah, basically you saw that. I think, again, speaking as a man, this is something that I found very beautiful. I liked that thing. To be able to visualize it, it is a nice thing, and that's one of the few things that I really do like about AI. The whole, like, I don't know, immersion, is that the proper term? And like the visuals, like the visuals of being able to see something that is like very realistic. All right, I really like that. It makes it seem, because if you actually looked at the image and you actually go back to see like what you actually saw, it actually looks like real stuff, like real, like background. The background looked real, like it looked clean, it looked genuine, right, in a sense, and not genuine in the sense of like it's authentic, but genuine in the sense of like how one would imagine heaven to be, in the sense of like, oh, it's clean, it's not polluted, it's not, it's not how society is right now. All right, so that's something that I appreciated, that's something that I liked, and I'm glad I was able to share it with you. And this also was just another piece of the thing that I thought, it's nice to kind of see this type of thing, as well as giving someone that might be more of a visual learner or something like that, or someone that wants to see something hands-on, even though we should not need something visual to see, but it is still a faith booster especially for those that don't need it. All right, but it's nice to see something that is like a representative of what could be, or something that is not, that doesn't hold a candle to the actual thing, and that the kingdom of heaven is only going to look even better. All right, now continuing on, Matthew chapter 14 verse 9, verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached throughout the whole world, this also that she had done shall be spoken of for a memorial of her. And basically we're waiting for the gospel to be preached throughout the whole world. Okay, that's one of the major prophecies. When we see all the rest of the speckled bird, the diaspora, all the other Israelite foreigners, all right, that look like the other nations, when they are starting to get this stuff, when they are starting to get the other Israelites that are, because Slaki, that's one of the big things, that's one of the major things, if you didn't know, where you have these what's it called, this very big you have I'm trying to think of the word. You have the potential. I don't know the statistics. I don't know the number. I don't know how many left. Only YAHAWAH knows. But you have these blind spots, okay, of Israelites that might only know one language, Slakia, where maybe they can't learn, maybe the Lord didn't bless them with the knowledge, but for the other brothers that might be multilingual, all right, that's their job to be like, okay, you know what, maybe I should translate videos if I can't teach myself, or start doing lessons in these other languages, all right. You know, that's one of the things where we're doing our part, but they're not able to get it because there's such a heavy fixation on the so-called black people primarily. Yes, it is kind of black, Hispanics, and Native Americans as well, but there's such a heavy fixation on the so-called blacks where there's so many Israelites, okay, that only care about so-called black people. While I also have to say, to give credit where credit is due, there are some so-called Hispanics that are making literal Spanish lessons. There are also Haitian brothers in this truth that are making French lessons. I even know of one brother that is one brother that's making strictly that's making one English videos and French videos. Like, he's doing both the thing, and that's a very powerful important role, all right, because if the Lord bless you with being capable of knowing multiple languages, unlike me, by the way, I only know one language, all right, I tried learning a second language, could not get it, my mind just does not work that way, but that's fine, okay, because different brothers are skilled in different things, okay, but for brothers that are multilingual, bilingual, trilingual, whatever, like, that is a very beautiful and powerful thing that aids in pushing out this word, okay, which you need to make use of that if you're able to, okay. If you can make lessons in those other languages. It doesn't only have to be in English. Make it in French or whatever language. It literally does not matter what language you speak. It does not have to be French. It does not have to be Spanish. It doesn't have to be any European language. It can literally be anything. If you know Chinese, Japanese, whatever, I'm trying to think of another. It doesn't matter. Any language you know, you literally make use of that, and you can either make videos or at the very least translate translate brothers' videos. Okay, put in the subtitles. I think that's a thing that a feature that YouTube allows where you're able to put the stuff in. But yeah, continuing on. But yeah, that's the thing. Preaching this word when everyone across the whole world, because not everyone knows English. All right. Although lots of people do. I think China has their one of their official languages is English, but that's just one example. Also other countries as well. But yeah, continuing on, Matthew chapter 3 verse 2, and saying, repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Okay, where we're repenting, we're that much closer to the end. All right. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Okay, so we're waiting on that thing, and even though it might seem like, okay, well, taking a long time, you know, like what's the hold up, X, Y, and Z and stuff like that. But no, the reality of it is that it's almost there. All right, though it might might not seem that way. All right, now 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 17, for the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahawah, and if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahawah? Okay, where again, you know, we might be going through some hardships now, but that's just more and more signs of the end, more and more sign that we're just that much closer to the end, because as soon as our judgments end, it's going to be on the heathens. All right, the heathens are going to suffer next. Revelation chapter 2 verse 10, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prisons, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. And that's another thing where we, again, as the tribulations continue to come, then that's when, you know, more and more prophecies come. Like an example of that is on the way, Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will saith the Lord Yahawah, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And you know, that's been a thing where that's been a reoccurring threat if you will, where people have been wanting to stop the street preachers from preaching on the highways and byways. All right, that's been a thing where they keep on trying to say that. All right, we're waiting for when they actually implement that and say, okay, no more of that anymore. All right, Matthew 24 verse 13, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And that's ultimately the end goal, where no matter what we go through, we have to endure and wait for the Lord to bless us with the kingdom. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, BA'Hashem, YAHAWASHI, BA'Hashem, or Kwak Wadash, double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone of Bible and Shalom.